episode 97 with Jonny Tarr and Brian Hogan. Ready when you are. No. Go ahead and start.
Just to be in it, move yourself, yeah. With the goodie help, move yourself. I want you to feel it, spread the word. Just to be in it, move yourself. With the goodie help, in coming of age, the age of stone. Stone beats under your feet, and now you know. Kind of the way you show. The way you know the way we flow. And will you tell me how you defy gravity? 'Cause you're amazing me. And will you slow down long enough for me to see? You're backing into me, yeah. Move yourself, I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, but just to be in it. Move yourself for the good you have. I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, but just to be in it and move itself. For the good help. And how many days could you go on? The night moves, the queen moves, and now all your bones are gone. The metallic taste, the fever grows. 'Cause I'll prove that this suit yet a solid bone. Can you tell me how you defy gravity? You're amazing me. Will you slow down long enough for me to see? Yeah, you're backing into me. Move yourself, I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, but just to be in it. Move yourself, I got to agree for the goodie health. You better move yourself. Move yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mike Ruggiero. We got Jonny Tarr, and looks like we got a cool new buddy in the room named Brian Hogan playing drums or something. Yeah, Jason Thomas. How are you, bud?
I'm good.
Dude, you feeling it?
Good day.
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it. Always feeling it when Johnny's here. He makes you feel it.
Indeed.
He gives it
You're forced to feel it.
force. To feel it. Yes.
We dig that. What is going on, man?
Just like I think I just about survived the Nam flu. It was heavy. Like I honestly think it might have been the sickest I've ever been.
Really?
Yeah, it was really, really bad. And I know lots of other people who like my friend Monette. She got hospitalised. She went to hospital with it. Like friend, my mate Eric, who keyboard player friend of mine. He was in bed for like 7 days, I think.
Whoa.
But yeah, it hit a lot of people hard. So that has been happening, which is rubbish because I could sort of consider myself invincible, and that taught me a lesson, basically. Yeah. Apart from that, just gigging lots, getting ready for a really nice Canadian tour with a fantastic Pink Floyd tribute band that I'm lucky to be involved with.
Excellent segue. That's what I wanted to talk
yeah,
to.
just gigging, music every day. Yeah.
See some great pictures on those tours.
Yeah.
Who's the photographer?
I don't know. Do you know what? Because the band's been going, I think, in the region of about 20-25 years.
Totally.
So this will be my first tour with them. But I've been involved with the band for probably coming up for about a year now. But
Playing sax,
I'm
keyboards.
playing sax, keys, doing some singing, vocal arrangements, some acoustic guitar on the ones that need it. So I'm kind of in. I was joining as just the sax player, but I've ended up doing a whole bunch of things.
But you're Johnny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I didn't ask for this. But
No, but they'll. Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of because the music we're playing, there's so much to it. Like if you listen to it, there's like layer upon layer upon layer upon layer where there's just little things that real fans of the music know are in there. Do you know what I mean? Like mistakes that happened in recording, like one little keyboard line that happens in the middle of the tune. Which one is it? Not On the Run. Might be On the Run. One of These Days. Do you know that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. So there's like this tiny bit inside that tune where they quote the theme tune of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Do you know that bit?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the bit? Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Right. It's just really short bit. But then Dave Gilmour in a live show many years later, like really kind of did the whole theme tune. I believe, doing it. So it's like catching little things like that I'm able to add on keyboard or whatever.
Wow.
You know.
That's one of my favorite themes.
It's really it's great, isn't it? Like, have you ever seen the video of how they made it? It's like guys in lab coats with a theremin.
Oh yeah.
It's brilliant, amazing stuff.
You ever check that one out?
I
Doctor
think so.
Who?
Yeah.
I think so.
Early
Sounds
Doctor
familiar.
Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, man. The lead guitar player of that band, Mr.
Tom Quinn.
Tom Quinn.
Yeah.
Great musician.
Yeah.
I'm sure he, obviously, going to rehearsals with you saw your value, and I imagine he's the one that's making, say,
Yeah,
hey,
well,
Johnny, you're more involved, buddy.
Tom definitely makes the calls. I mean, it's his, and the only other proper original member, I believe, is Gus, the bass player. But yeah, Tom takes more of a kind of MD role in the band and tries to draw out of people as much as they can give it, because you could never stop adding to this stuff. You know what I mean? It's really amazing. Like,
would you play guitar in that band? Like I don't know.
What, lead? No, I don't think I'd compete with any lead players in that band, because the other lead guitarist, a guy called Kirk Cumming, he's an animal. He's really rich. Do you know Kirk?
I wish I did.
He's really, really good.
I know the name.
Yeah, he's really, really good. So him and Tom have got all that electric guitar stuff covered for sure. And Tom's got like, I believe he's got like original replica Gilmour pedals and like original replica guitars that Dave Gilmour uses. Like there's this one weird one that looks like a Strat, but it's got one of them like curved Ibanez heads on it. It's this really odd guitar. I've never seen one before or since. So I mean, I don't know. My guitar history is not that amazing.
That's okay.
Yeah,
the fact that you're describing such things is excellent. But I did want to weigh in Jason owns a delay pedal that it's made in Denmark. It's what Gilmore uses today.
Okay.
So I think,
T-Rex.
yeah, it's.
And he's selling all his guitars, isn't
He's
he?
selling them all, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Donating.
a trippy thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's fantastic, isn't it? It's like
I wonder what the main reason is.
he said, what he's selling them for charity.
Yeah, it's doing it for charity, and he's just kind of settling in on a couple.
Yeah, he just
He's got
wants
hundreds
them
and
to be
hundreds.
played.
He wants them to be
Yeah.
played, right? Because he
Yeah.
said he's got like a rooms full of these things.
Yeah.
That,
Good
oh,
for
there's
him.
the one that I played. There's the 12 string I played. Wish You Were Here on.
Yeah.
There's this.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I haven't played them in years, so why not make some money to help some people out, and let some people who've always enjoyed the music get to have a piece of history to play as well. Which I mean, that's paraphrasing him for.
People are going to say that about that guitar one of these
They
days.
already do, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sorry. I was just so entranced with the story about the Pink Floyd guitars.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
I could buy one.
Is he fishing for a knighthood? Is that why he's doing that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I know,
No,
just
I
kidding.
met another knight the other day, actually,
Yeah.
because I've met two now.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Night Dropper.
The night drop around. I met this guy called Sir Matthew Bourne, who's a famous dance choreographer. Met him the other night, but yeah, obviously met Paul McCartney a little while ago. So I've got two going for me
Yeah.
at the moment. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Wow.
but yeah, Gilmore.
He should.
If we could pull together and get one of those guitars,
Yeah.
just to have on a Theory Thursday, maybe
be
we'd
great.
be like, sort of within touching distance
Oh,
of
yeah.
knighthood.
The closest
Great intro,
thing,
Blackie, he's selling Blackie.
No,
Oh,
I don't think
man.
he's selling that one. Is he?
Yeah.
He is? Oh, jeez.
the closest thing that we had in that realm was David Robles on his first episode brought over Prince's
Pedal.
overdrive pedal.
Wow.
Oh, dude, it was. I mean,
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
it like the piece of gear had its own presence.
Was it
man.
purple?
It was not purple. It was green.
No, it was no.
Should have
But
been,
anyhow,
right?
It's weird.
Should have been
So-
spray painted purple, right?
Can't have been princes.
Yeah.
But man, speaking of this guitar,
Yeah.
and before we talk about this incredible guitar, I wanted to address you lovely folks out there. How are ya? Write in the comments and say hello to Johnny and Brian. Let them know that you're watching and you care. Also share what you're having tonight for
Libation.
your choice of beverage.
Yeah.
I'm
Also-
drinking the Lugan. I always say Luganitis.
Lagunitas.
The IPA. I know it's so silly. It's like phew.
The Lugaitis
Mm-hmm.
IPA.
Lagunitas. I do like to know what you're drinking because it's always I always get some
Also,
funny
let us
comments.
know where you guys are watching from too. We do appreciate that to see that. Last week
That's
you got a few.
also getting more active and more, I guess, robust would be a good little injector adjective there. We, thank you. Keeping a lot of in touch with people in India. It's exciting.
India, Taiwan, we had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm actually
going worldwide.
talking
World
just
star.
talking to people.
Nice.
World star.
And thanking them for watching the show. I want to get to some gear now, baby. We're going to play one of these other songs in a moment here. But man, look at this rig. I recognize the rig. The guitar's happening. This is a Taylor T5.
Yeah, well, the first ones they came out with, because I think they've had a few different models of T5 since, but this was the original T5. Yeah, I've had it a little while now. It's probably about six years, nearly
You are
7 maybe.
doing some fucking great work. Look at that, man.
Yeah.
Is that your middle finger?
What would that be? It's probably just the pick.
It's going to be in
Yeah,
the
because I
Taylor
hold my
Museum.
pick like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the guy who taught me, who I first had guitar lessons off, he was a lunatic. But he'd had this motorbike accident where he couldn't fully clamp down on a pick anymore. He messed up the tendons.
tendons.
So he used to make his picks, and he'd build them up by the side with some cork. But it was too big for here for some reason, the strum. And he played like this. And so I started playing like that, and he never corrected me.
With the middle finger. I do
Yeah,
that
I
too.
play it like that, yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, I
as
do.
well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not
Yeah.
alone, Johnny.
You're not alone.
Yeah,
No,
all right.
no.
It's pretty much all
Yeah, we
downhill
should
after that.
we should start a group.
Yeah.
Start
It's like kind of like this, and I
health group,
rest
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
kind of rests against it, but mostly supported with the middle finger.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
also gives you like
Yeah. Yeah.
You should. I mean, it sounds like I'm kissing some ass here because all we do is make fun of each other. You should have heard this guy Saturday night. We played at Bar Pink. You know, we every now and then do a gig, and
Yeah.
you sounded really good Saturday.
thanks.
Yes. Thanks. But anyhow, can we show the audience some of your demonstrations here? Because on the Theory Thursday
okay.
YouTube page, you're like our featured artist, and that was before we had drums. and we tagged it appropriately, meaning like Jonny Tarr is a looping master. I want to see some.
Loop
right.
IQ. Yeah.
Loop IQ.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. I got a really particular method. Like I used to do quite a lot of like try and vary which loop I started with and which instrument I started with. But being from a very dance music background, like I spent a lot of time in house music clubs playing sax with house DJs, and I just like beat. And so this one's kind of, it's quite old now, this particular one, but it already does so much more than I even use it for that I don't feel the need to graduate to the next one they made, which is like, this is 3 loopers in sequence, but they've got one that's 5 loopers in sequence.
Oh boy.
However, that one seems to be solely for the use of people with a mic and just tapping it with their hand like that, because all the buttons are completely flush, so you can't use it with your feet. Anyway, if you could, I might consider getting it. Anyway, with mine, what I do is I make all my beats on looper 3.
Okay.
There's looper 2, there's looper 1. Most people have seen a looper now and see that the majority of them have like at least 2 buttons, a record and a stop. You can get the ones that have just one, but they're kind of very rudimentary, do you know what I mean?
This is clearly designed for live use.
Clearly designed for live use, and it's got a load of effects on it which are really cool, but I haven't really delved too far into them. I mean, it does everything I want it to do, really, apart from having that one extra track maybe, but...
Do the people at Boss know that?
I think the people at Boss knew that, and that's why they came out with the one with 5 on it, but... Yeah, it doesn't work for me, that one, because I like to have my hands free for playing stuff. That's why I don't really use Ableton and some of the other laptop stuff, because I just like to be playing something and doing everything with my feet. And I really try not, when I'm performing, I try not to even look at my feet. They
Wow,
I kind of know where they are. So
like Taurus pedals.
So, yeah, right, like that. And I was considering adding one of them till I saw the prohibitively expensive price tag.
Well, you'll get one.
So what I do is I make all my beats on here, and you can set the loop pedal up in a lot of different ways, but the default setting is once you've made this loop here, the other loops that you make will always be the same length.
Reacting to the
Yeah,
person.
right, so they can't be longer. You can set it up in a different way, but it's quite complicated. So what I do is I'll make a little beat. So it's all about the first 2 taps that you make. So that's pretty well in time, but I mean, I do this a lot, so it's kind of second nature. I mean, if you put a metronome to it, it would probably stay in for quite a while before starting to drift out, you know what I mean? So you got this one going. Yeah, that's it. Now I can add, what I like doing is, that's just starting to feed back a little bit, so I'm going to take those claps back off. But what I do quite like to do is, say we've got like a... What I do quite like to do is add an extra beat for any chorus that I might go. So, let's do something in D minor, yeah?
And how many days could you go on? The night moves, the queen moves, and now all your pawns are gone. And the talent changed, the fever grows. I'm through for this soon.
Then for a little chorus section.
Can you tell me how you defy gravity? It's amazing me. Will you slow down long enough for me to see? You're backing into me.
And then I take that beat off and it's back about layers, isn't it? Like just layers and layers. Like you listen to most pop music now,
It's very exciting.
it's
Johnny.
just sounds that add or detract, and you can very often really lift into a chorus by taking something out. So it's kind of I've always thought about this as kind of like production but live. That's how I look at like looping in a way. It's kind of like it's a bit like you're looking at Logic or you're looking at Pro Tools, and you're just like slipping things in and back out again. And that's the way I like to look. I mean, there's people use loop pedals in such different ways, but I like to try and. I really would like it if people are listening to it and they're not looking and they think, okay, there's lots of instruments playing here. There are lots of people playing. That's how I try to make it sound quite rounded sort of thing.
And also you're layering saxophone and vocals over
Sure,
that.
yeah. I mean, those are your kind of like free agents. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Those are the things that kind of change the sections. If you haven't got a chord change, those are the things that are lifting and taking it back away again by taking those things out.
Your rig
It's pretty-
sounds bombastic. You got what, a QSC monitor back there?
yeah.
I tagged them, by the way, so they have liberties on sharing if they
Yeah.
choose.
Shout out to Brad at QSC, who's been helping me and lots of people out, lots of friends of mine with QSC stuff, which I totally swear by, man. These speakers are amazing.
And Brad's seen you play before.
I think he's seen video.
Sure.
He hasn't seen me live. He's based up in like Costa Mesa,
Okay.
so he doesn't get down to San Diego all that often. I have invited him, but it hasn't happened yet. But he's seen videos I've done for sure. Yeah.
That'd be nice if they hired you for like maybe a QSC corporate party and pay you a good $2,500.
That would be really nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me make a phone call.
Yeah.
Speaking of gigs, Johnny, our boy Johnny, he's gonna throw that party. Remember?
Eventually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Set
Yeah.
up eventually?
That's gonna happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I tagged you. I tagged you in some posts like a week or two ago, and it pertained to him like buying something new for his house, something festive. And I was like,
Okay.
well, I guess you're starting the party now. And I tagged
Well,
you.
he bought a smoker.
He bought a smoker. I was like, yeah, well, that'll be great for that party. So I
Better
kinda
late than never.
egged it on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, mate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we start the next jam, I'm not going to go for that. Brian Hogan's in the room.
Hey.
Yes, Brian.
What's the story? You guys are here. Your neighbors. You guys met at a park at 2 a.m. What's going on?
Well, we both have kids about the same age, and I was just at the park with my son Danny, and in comes this guy with this weird accent. He just starts asking me all these questions. Some of them are a little personal, but we were both musicians, so we're both at home, taking care of our kids during the day.
And how long have you guys been neighbors?
I don't know how long. We've been probably...
Since I've lived on the street, which is
Oh, really?
3 years.
Yeah,
Because you were
about
there
2
before
and
me.
3
Yeah.
years, yeah.
3 years. Yeah.
So where I'm going is that I imagine you guys have you've heard each other play.
Yes.
Practice-wise. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys like Sunday morning getting the paper. You're like, hey, Brian, and drinking your coffee. You're like, hey, good beats last night. Is that that kind of shit?
Well, luckily
Pretty much.
we've got about 6 or 7 houses in between us. Otherwise, I'd be going, hey, listen, can you watch Ivory for a minute? I've got to, like, quite a lot more often. I think just like, Ivory, just go next door.
There's actually probably about 3 or 4 drummers on our block.
The practice, you can
Yeah,
hear 'em.
I can hear
Can you?
them.
I can't hear any.
I hear a few. Well, the young lady 2 houses down from me, I hear her.
Oh,
once in a
that's
while.
right. Yeah.
And there's someone on the other side of you. who plays
Yeah,
the drum. And I think
Cody,
someone
my
else.
neighbour, does play drums, but I've only heard him play once
Uh-huh.
in the 3 years I've lived there.
Yeah.
If everybody had John Muzio drums on that block, you wouldn't know if there were any drummers.
Well, it would just be a roadblock. Nobody would be
Yeah.
allowed to get up and down our street. Just have a circle of
Circle of
drummers facing each other at all
everybody.
times.
Drum off. I'm probably the best drummer on our street. I don't know about all of San Diego, but on like this little row of like 8 houses.
Can you give yourself a?
I mean, that right there.
Yeah,
Who else can do that?
All right.
I find it pretty cool that you guys have that relationship. out of
Yeah, it's
convenience.
nice. It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is good.
Well,
yeah.
Johnny's one of the few people that can like tolerate me on a period of years.
I don't find it hard to tolerate you,
Oh,
Brian. I think
that's
you're
nice.
very
That's nice you
personable
say
chap.
Speaking of tolerating, what was your opinion when you came over here and you saw Rockin' Socks already outfitted for you?
It was awesome, dude. This is a very organized
Chaos.
production, dude.
He said the
Organized.
O word.
Organized chaos.
I could never be this organized.
Oh, it's it's not. That
And this is the best MIDI kit. What's the name of the company again?
Lucio.
Is it all
It's
just
the best-
triggers?
No, but
It's a
no,
real- it's a
because
real-
you plug into
real
the shell
electronic kit,
that
isn't it?
I've ever played.
There's a lot of information behind you, not to mention a really big kit on the other behind you.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw
Right,
that.
okay.
And there's brochures where you were looking, so I'll make sure you go home with some, and I'll tell John to get one ready for you.
We're
They're
gonna get a free
they're
one?
nice looking, aren't they? They're good looking drums. They do look good.
Well, I play at certain venues that I'm not going to name, and there's a lot of rubber MIDI kits there that I tolerate.
Yeah.
This is a Bugatti when it comes to those things, compared to the quality. Well, gentlemen, on that
we do another
note,
tune?
let's do another tune.
All right, okay. Yeah, all right. This one's called "Face the Truth."
We're going to use a looper.
On your marks, get set. Yeah, we're going to use a looper.
It's time to turn around and face the truth. Now that I got nothing left to lose, I'm pretty tough, I'm not easily bruised. But this business has left me black and blue. Oh, here we go. Forget it, I gotta live it. Spin it, not 1 more minute. Don't you say the passion, fit it. This is the way that I wanna play. Forget it, I gotta live it. Spin it, not 1 more minute. Don't you say the passion, fit it. This is the way that I wanna play. Come on. It's time to face the truth. Come on. It's time to face the truth. I think you might have seen the last of me. I've thrown out plans for setting myself free. Quitting ain't my style, but what will be must be. Now's the time I'm gonna hit the street. Oh, forget it, I gotta live it. Spin it, not 1 more minute. Don't you say the fashion fit it. This is the way that I wanna play. Forget it, I gotta live it. Spin it, not 1 more minute. Don't you say the fashion fit it. This is the way that I wanna play. Come on. It's time to face the truth. Come on. It's time to face the truth. I'm getting gone. It's been nice
was a lot of fun. Left the
Yes,
lights on.
Brian. Awesome.
Yeah. I left the lights on for that one because, you know, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
We Sometimes you gotta do it with the light.
Oh!
Right?
Yes.
Oh, this is too good.
That's how it
Might be
rolls around
scary.
here.
All right.
Valentine's Day, so we're
especially
doing
on
it
a
with the
night.
lights on.
It is.
That was grooving. That was nice.
Valentine's Day.
That was nice. Oh, it is Valentine's.
I hit some classic sours.
Happy
I was
Valentine's Day, people.
pissed. It's, you
As
know,
my daughter would say, Valentine's.
Valentine's. Yeah.
I used to say that.
Yeah. Till
But
How
Nice.
How old is your daughter?
9.
nice switch there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really like that.
Oh well, the little yeah.
Really, really like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy who played piano on that, man, he really did really beautiful solo on that. I was just trying to like come up with some chords that would just like throw him off, really throw him off, and he just did it in like I think it was one take, that solo on the album.
They're great voicings, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to
That's
maybe F7. I would like to give our audience that lustrous chord progression for your guitar lesson segment. Everybody, grab those guitars.
Yeah.
A little bit of a jazz chord lesson. At least the choicings and voicings that I went for this evening. I did my major 7 like that. This is the D flat major 7, and then we went to the B flat minor 7, and then C sharp minor 7 and F7. And then we go back to D flat major 7 and our B flat minor 7 to G minor 7 and F7. And oh my God, Johnny, I'm getting a little wet. A little wet. And but there's just some good things that you know that I think I know how to do. Can I get one pass?
Yeah. All right. Okay,
And I'll
so
go clean. Put a little windy verb on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That all day, man.
Yeah, and do it like when you start to play some octaves, then isn't that? That's exactly the right kind of like.
The kind of vibe.
Yeah, because like as you can probably tell, my tunes chordally are fairly straightforward, but that's one exception where I try and take it outside a little bit with the chord progression at least. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Again, thank you for writing that. I can keep my notes, and you know, honestly, I like to spend time talking about my guests when my students come over here. I actually try to tell myself, I'm like, you know what, stop talking about your show when the students are over here. It's like, oh, God, assholes talking about Theory Thursday again. Will you just give me a guitar lesson kind of shit? But then, when I have something like this, and I got a couple people that like doing some jazz stuff, we do a little Steely Dan, this is a perfect perfect thing to show them. And I'd be like, you know the solo section of a Jonny Tarr song.
Just, when you point at me, I know to do it now.
I shouldn't have to.
Come on, Brian.
Hey, dude.
I Venmo'd you $100 bucks.
You've been here 37 minutes now,
You
mate.
said he was.
You know the drill.
Sorry.
You're doing fine. You're doing great.
Can you do the clapper? That piece of crapper. I think it's just that.
Is that right?
I think it's just 2.
What's supposed to happen?
It
The
turns
lights
off.
Here,
a little.
yeah. Go ahead and show them. This is Jonny Tarr doing 2 claps.
Look at that.
It's just this silly, just this very, very underwhelming light design right here on the amp. I love my amp that much, where we got to put a fucking light
Special light on it.
Isn't that just that one?
on
Yeah.
it. It's just that
Yeah.
one, yeah.
What about this one?
It's a disco ball.
Oh, the disco ball looks great. You know why it's cool is that it's just to the left of you on your shot, so it actually gives you some good ambiance.
What camera is watching me?
That one right there.
Somebody's
That one.
watching
Where?
me.
This right there, hanged up.
Anyhow, Johnny,
up.
would
This one?
Yeah.
Would you mind getting? I
And
don't-
this
you know
one.
What do I have to do to it?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know I was on camera
And
this
there's
whole
that
time.
one
I thought it was just that
That
one.
one's just me.
Making my guesswork
got
too
that
darn
one.
hard.
Got
So
6 cameras now.
Uh,
7.
this is the part of the show where we like to get to know our guests a little bit more.
It's the Get to Know the Guest song.
Yeah. A 1, 2,
hot
3,
seat.
4. Let's get to know Jonny Tarr, everybody. Ha ha. And let's get to know Johnny. Let's get to know Johnny now. All right. So back to the questionnaire. Mr. Tarr, I have some questions here by popular demand.
Have they been phoned in
They've-
or like emailed in these questions?
And if you're lying, we'll know.
If you, yeah,
We'll know, buddy.
Are you ready?
yeah, I think so.
Number 1, favorite local band.
Oh, Orchid Mantis, Orchid X times Mantis, Orchid Mantis. They're just out there and they are wicked. Do you know those guys?
I do now.
Yeah, man.
I'll watch the YouTube later.
They are wild.
And they have music for sale.
Do you know what? I'm not sure they do at the moment. What they do, they've just got this amazing Instagram video presence. Like it seems like they're putting out 2 or 3 of these videos a day, and they are doing them at live performances in one of their houses. The drummer's called Isaac Crow, and the keyboard and main vocalist is called Nina Leilani Deering. That's her full name.
God, you're good.
But they're a four-piece band, and they're doing like this kind of like drum and bass, avant-garde, just totally and utterly original stuff. So check them out because they're like, I don't think they're nominated for an SDMA this year, but they were my pick before the nominations came out. I was like, these guys have to do something because they're just like nothing else around at the moment, and they're just great. They're really good. The one girl who I believe is the wife of Isaac, the drummer, is like plays cello, and they both sing, and it's just like it's just out there. This stuff is like really original and pushing the envelope. It's great. It's really good. Yeah.
How excited are you?
That's like that's the stuff that I'm.
Yeah,
into.
Orchid
Strange.
Mantis. They spell it Orchid S Mantis X. So whether it's Orchid times Mantis, or Orchid by Mantis, or something.
Orchid versus.
Well, I was
Mantis.
actually, that was more or less, have you heard of these guys since you're neighbors?
No, I have not.
Do you know what color underwear he's wearing?
You're
not doing your job.
He's a tidy whiteies. Tidy whiteies all the way.
Oh.
Kind of baggy, loose whitey.
He moved to America and just fell in love with the tidy whiteies.
Kind of like hanging around with holes in them whiteys.
That's good, that's good. Question number 2.
Yeah.
What is Jonny Tarr's pet peeve? Or peeves?
Nothing, man. I'm zen.
Zen.
Zen is all zen.
I like that.
Totally.
Great answer.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. What would you tell your 12-year-old self?
I'd tell him. I don't know if I want to say.
Please, let the audience know. I guarantee you, we
I'd tell him, look,
suspense.
You're going to do. No, I'm not. I'm not going to say that. I'm just not going to say that.
Is there a PG
I'm
version?
a married man.
Oh.
I tell him. Can we come back to that one?
That's
Sure.
fine.
Fair enough.
Question number 4. Your super strength.
What if I could have one?
No, it's
Sure,
like what?
Sure, whatever you want to make it.
Yeah, I mean, what I meant was
What is
your strength?
What is your
What's
superpower?
my strength?
What's your superpower? We just call it that.
I'm really like relentlessly resilient. I'll just keep going. Just keep going.
You're bulletproof.
Hard to kill.
Keep going. Yeah.
I'm hard
pretty,
to
yeah,
kill.
pretty like I'll just keep going. Yeah.
I love it.
You have
Can I interject? Johnny Super Strength, I've seen him do this he does like a one-man show. Where he uses a looper, plays guitar, sings and does saxophone, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen anyone do it as well as you do.
Thanks, mate.
It is a superpower.
It is really cool.
Very nice of him.
What would you told my 12-year-old self?
I don't know. I didn't know you back then.
when you move to America, you're gonna have a neighbour called Brian. Be really, really nice to him.
And
Very
good
generous
things,
with your money.
good things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Put him on retainer.
Makes
I
good
think I would
sense.
just say, cut the shit. And that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much
Don't drink. That's what I'm telling you. Just don't drink so much and show off so much.
Yeah.
Like try and do less of that.
And this is
That's
this
what I
is
tell my
you're going back to
12-year-old
question number 3. What would
just
we tell her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't drink so goddamn much.
Yeah.
Blackout drunk is not as entertaining for everybody else as it is for you.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's what I tell
I feel
her,
like
yeah.
I know Johnny a little bit better now.
Yeah,
Our
I think it'd be something along those lines. Yeah.
That's fair and very.
Don't take quite as much ecstasy.
Yeah. Is it?
So 7th place.
Stick
for
with the
everything.
2.
Because by the age of 12, I was just like riddled with it.
Really?
Bloodstream.
You're an early bloomer.
No.
It's like that. It's like that Mike Tyson interview. He's like, "When did you start doing that?" I did it when I was 12. You
That
know?
was good.
Yeah.
The Joe Rogan
Yeah.
interview. That was great.
It's like I was doing cocaine when I was 12.
Jesus.
Like, Jesus.
Was he?
Tyson, yeah.
Tyson.
No wonder he's so fucked
He's
up.
like, "What about 12?" All right, go on. Next question. Sorry.
So yeah,
Sorry to derail.
our 5th and final question, everybody. This is my favorite. What makes Jonny Tarr cry?
Oh, bloody everything since
Yeah.
having a child. Like everything. Frozen. I cry at Frozen. It's so
Jesus, dude.
sad that her sister won't talk to her. And she doesn't know why.
She can't help herself.
Everything. For those of you who haven't had children yet, you'll find out, like, once you have a child, especially if you're a man and you have a daughter, everything makes you cry.
It's a sign of strength.
Yeah. Is it?
It is.
Told you I was resilient.
Yeah.
That too.
It
See?
adds to my resilience.
Yeah.
Indeed it does. Well, thank you for participating. I think our audience really appreciates you and knows you a lot more now, Jonny Tarr.
I'm very pleased about that.
Good.
That's
Very
a good
good
one, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
does make sense once, kind of more emotional as you get. Before that, it was just like, for some odd reason, like sports movies. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like Rudy, yeah. Like it's not like it's just weird.
What's your favorite sports movie?
Sports movie, like
Yeah.
of all time.
Sure.
Okay, I would say probably.
Any given Sunday.
No, I have to say, I don't know, maybe Hoosiers.
That's a good one.
Or yeah, Hoosiers, or like for some reason boxing movies, man. Those ones always get me. Yeah, it's
The
like
first 2 Rockies.
the Rockies. Yeah,
Those get
it's
me,
like
man.
Grant. Yeah,
Those are great movies.
Remember
like
Lucas?
perseverance. You know,
Yeah.
it's like getting you get
That
the thing, you're
constitutes
like,
as a sports movie.
For some reason, it's
Absolutely.
weird. It's a weird thing.
Remember Lucas?
With
Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen and what's his
The
name?
red-haired chick from Goonies.
I haven't seen enough sports movies, I
Yeah.
don't think.
Well, there's
Well,
Rudy. There's Victory. You know that one? Victory's good with
No, I don't know
Michael
that one.
Caine. Michael Caine, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, Escape to Victory, that's
Yeah,
called.
yeah, is that what- yeah.
Escape to Victory,
Where
yeah.
they're- where they're,
Might have been
not-
called something different. Might have been just called Victory here.
in
But
the
yeah, that's a
States,
good one.
but that was probably
That's a
in,
good one.
Do they do that? They give it different titles and
Sure.
different.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Well, what's another example of a different title
Of that.
overseas?
Well, there's Dr. Strangelove here, and it's How I Learned to Love the Bomb.
Really?
Everywhere else, yeah.
Yeah.
I had no
Hey,
idea.
Dave.
Yeah, there's
How's our
a few
head height?
things. Yeah. You're good.
Learning.
You're
Learning.
pretty good.
I'm getting my learn on.
Hat,
Hitting the learn.
it's good.
Sometimes it
long as I
happens.
sit up
This
straight.
is a place of
No, you're
learning
Uh-huh.
at some point.
Moneyball is a
That's a good
Moneyball.
one. too.
Moneyball.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
By the way, Brad Pitt is going to do a documentary on Chris Cornell. I just read
Oh, yeah.
today.
Is he?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's quite
He
interesting.
just,
You seem very enthused with that one.
I mean, I can't wait.
what are butts?
Can we ask Brian these questions?
No, actually, this is a very specific amount of questions just for the hot seat.
We could say like, what's your,
There's no time. No time.
what's your,
He answered,
I'm
he
gonna ask him a
answered half
question.
of mine anyway,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah, he was in on it.
I do have some announcements I'd like to get to real quick. On Facebook, I did a birthday goal to a charity, a birthday fundraiser to No Kid Hungry. And
Oh, yeah.
and in less than 2 days, Johnny, I hit my goal. So
Yeah.
I just all the lovely friends and you know, I will never say fans, but just my friends out there making that happen. And only 11 people donated to get to that $200.
Are you still accepting donations? Because I had
am.
like $30 to my name yesterday, and I actually got some money today, so I might be able to give you some.
Oh, that's that. Hey, you're sort of exempt from the program here. I appreciate that, and that you can always do that on your own free will. Because what I did, everybody, is I upped it to $430 because I'm turning 43 on the 24th of this month. So there's 10 more days to add those donations to No Kid Hungry. I really it came from here. It came from here. Our other announcement that I'm very proud of. Theory Thursday, or myself, we're going to figure out how to package this. I'm going to be doing my first collab with Ryan Burke of the 60 Cycle Hum, a very prominent YouTube channel here in San Diego. He is very witty and charismatic, and he reviews pedals, all the gear. He's at NAMM, and his YouTube is really happening. A lot of different expressions on gear and interviews, and the way he uses his PIP when it's just great. So next Tuesday, I got my collaboration happening with Ryan Burke, and you're going to start seeing some little Theory Thursday, little 60 Cycle Hum collaborations coming at you. Pretty happy about that. Let me
Get a rig rundown.
Thank you.
You've gone into like fugue state.
Yeah. I
I'm
love
having
it.
such a good time.
Ryan Burke is also going to be sitting in on Ariel Levine's next episode.
Okay.
Ryan Burke is Ariel Levine's other guitar player.
Okay.
So, great guy, really funny.
I feel like I should have met him. No, I haven't met him because I've played with Ariel a few times, but he wasn't playing guitar. It was Jesse.
Man, he does this reverb shootout. All the reverb pedals, the Ocean's 11 by Electro Harmonics, and then the Venturous, which is this new school one, and then he compares it to the Boss Reverb 63, which they discontinued. That thing is a $425 pedal now. So yeah, there's all these standards, and he just does great work. Ryan Burke, baby.
There you go. Perfect.
So thank you.
Yes,
Back to the show. Jonny Tarr time and Brian Hogan. I think we have another number.
We
by
do.
you.
We should roll out with a number. But
do.
We should.
Can we talk about his record? Plug
That's
it a
what we
little
should
bit?
do. Yeah, I just I put the code in the link or the description in the link
You
for
having fun,
his
My fun?
albums
Are
coming
you
out.
having fun?
Of course I'm having fun, mate.
Give me some more skin than that. Yeah!
All right. Yeah. I'm always having fun with you guys.
Not
I
cool.
feel like singing that
Feeling
Flashdance
is
song.
mutual. What?
Good.
Which one?
Maniac, maniac. That's in Flashdance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I know what I'm talking
I
about.
thought.
Correct.
See?
What a
Does
feeling.
a dance
Or is that Fame?
film
That's
count
good.
as
That's
when it
Fame.
makes you cry?
That's fame.
You cry during Flashdance?
Well, I'm just asking, does a dance film count
Yes.
Yes.
as a sports film?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, that's it.
I don't think I've even seen Flashdance.
Like Cinderella Man's
really
another
good.
one. That's good.
You got to think.
Good.
Deadpool did his little skit, like his promotional posters for Deadpool 2. He did the whole pose with the bullets falling on him, the bullet shells. I thought it was incredible.
That's from Flashdance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
She pulls the thing out, and I think what's his name, Chris Farley, did that too. Where he was doing the things.
I miss Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad. Only because I just watched recently the Fugue State.
I'm trying to think. He's the guy from Tommy Boy, right?
Tommy Boy,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
SNL.
Right. Okay.
Adam Sandler has got a great new Netflix special where he does a really incredible
Song for
tribute
Farley, yeah.
to Farley.
It's pretty cool. It's all good.
So,
Yeah.
talk
gigs,
about yourself, Johnny.
Gigs coming up. Anything you want to promote?
Well,
Maybe the album.
I'm going on tour with the PFX Pink Floyd Experience till the middle of March, and then hopefully we'll be doing a load of stuff with my band when I come back. But there's only a few dates. They'll be up on my website, jonnytarr.com, tomorrow. The dates I got through the summer so far, but I'm hoping for a lot more, which I'm going to book from my bunk in the tour bus. Basically, that's what I'm hoping to do. Got 2 albums out. Well, an EP and an album. The album Move Yourself full album, and an EP, Sky High EP.
One is white, one is black.
One's white, one's black, but they both say Jonny Tarr on them, so you can't
Like your logo.
go far wrong.
It's like a kind of silvery.
Yeah, I said to the guy I wanted to look like evil disco, and he just sent me that back. I was like, perfect.
That works.
Look like kind of reminded me of the Pure Platinum logo.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
cool.
We're going there. We're going there
Chrome,
after this.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
Valentine's Day.
For Valentine's Day.
You said we could go to Lips.
They
Better with
just
less.
texted our table's ready.
Cool.
Wow, what are we waiting for?
Let's
Play the song. Let's listen.
Happy Valentines, you sexy bitches.
Yeah. So yeah, we can get, and they can find your album on all the platforms.
It's all on Spotify. I think they're still for sale on iTunes. I can't remember if I've paid my subscription to have it up there or not, but I'm pretty sure they're still both on iTunes. Yeah, they should be. The Sky High EP and Move Yourself is the full album. Jonny with no H, Tarr with 2 R's.
Yeah.
You should find me, because if you put an H in it,
You'll get the.
you get the. But it's
Irish,
hilarious
yeah.
because like, have you listened to the whole song?
I have,
like,
yeah.
Like the heaviest drinking man in all of Ireland,
Yeah.
and he drinks everything, and he drinks everything. They bring all the beer from other cities and drinks everything, and then dies. And then the doctor said, "It's not what you're thinking. He died of thirst."
Yeah.
5 verses to get to that joke.
The punchline.
Basically, yeah.
That's part of the punchline, though. It
Yeah.
takes a long time.
That's very, very nice.
It's one of those.
It's not what you're thinking. He died of thirst.
He died of the thirst.
Thirst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very thirsty.
I'm Irish, right? Was that Irish?
There's
That
an
was an
Irish band called Gaelic Storm.
That's a cool band. That's a cool
And
band.
it's called what's it called? It's called The Ballad of Jonny Tarr, or The Story of Jonny Tarr.
Yeah. I think
There's a
it's
second
valid.
one as well. The funeral of Jonny Tarr. I think.
Reprise?
Yeah, there is one. There's
Got to reprise
something like
a
that. Yeah.
25-minute song and
Something
get
like
to a
that,
punchline.
Yeah.
You don't want to, blow it too soon. You want to
Yeah,
take your time.
Yeah. Relax.
Just gonna
Don't
do
do it.
Every time you say anything, you're
Right.
just gonna like, that was a joke, people.
You guys are great.
As Frankie
Very
says,
witty.
Relax.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we're just stalling right now. You want to get to
Not
that?
necessarily stalling. I'm trying to find, seeing if you had anything to plug. Yeah, I guess we can get to the end, and because what time is it right now? What are we at?
It's
We're
2 till.
55 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
We
We can
do
wrap
have
it up. Anything else you want to mention before we go?
Heather
yeah,
Nation.
Well, Heather Nation next week.
Heather
Yeah?
Nation's next week.
And would like to thank everybody that came out to Bar Pink and our other shows. We really appreciate seeing everybody that was out there from the last.
That was fun.
It was good times.
There were some
with Triple D.
shenanigans.
Yeah, from the 2 nights of playing was it was a lot of
Don't
stuff.
lick those mic stands, everybody. Don't lick them.
Yeah.
God, just
Stay away from.
My left ankle was
Stay-
numb randomly. It was weird.
Yeah. Had a little MRSA.
I don't know.
or something. All right, guys. Well, I'd like to thank. I guess we're closing out. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Want you guys to hit our website, TheoryThursday.com. Also, hit up our YouTube channel. Like, share, and
didn't get
subscribe,
drunk
and
on this
make
one.
sure you hit that subscribe
No.
button
No, it's-
and get us moving that way. Also, sign up to be one of our Patreon patrons. That will help us out, keep the show going, because help us, help you, help us. Also, you're going to shop at Amazon anyway. Just click our links. Follow some of the affiliate links we have. Also, you can just click on our little banner of Amazon and buy something. It really helps us out when you do that. I really appreciate that. And I'd also like to thank Mr. Cthulhu in Chief, SWR Video Productions, Mr. Dave Wright, keeping this ship from sinking for most of a 2-year
Cthulhu in
period.
Chief.
Yes, Cthulhu in Chief, multiple.
Nice.
You know, when you
Multiple
say
armed
when you
man.
say "help me, help you," I always think of Cuba Gooding.
Jerry, help me, help you.
Help me, help
There's
you.
another sports movie right there.
That's
That one,
actually
that's-
my favorite, Jerry Maguire.
That one
That's
gets
a
you.
good one.
That one grabs you by the feelers.
I
you know?
love that movie. You
Like,
want to
I
stay
love
and
your
watch
son.
Sure.
Hang
Stay
out.
over and watch it tonight. Yeah.
We've got a dual
I
snuggie
really like
in
the
there.
part where he says, "You complete me." I like
Yeah.
to watch that
Over-
3 or 4 times.
over and
At
over.
least.
I like when he's like, when he's getting fired and he's like, "Don't everybody flip out." That's one of my favorite
It's a good
parts.
meltdown.
It reminds me of when he was on Oprah, jumping up and down
It's,
on the couch.
he was doing some
It's
weird.
very similar.
Yeah.
I think
So-
best role by him though, Tropic Thunder by far.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
Les
yeah,
Grossman.
for sure.
Les
Totally.
Grossman.
With the big,
Somebody
the
punch
big
him
Popeye
really
hairy
arms.
arms.
The
fucking
Popeye
hard.
arms. That was my buddy who hit him. That was Bill.
Oh, really?
It was in the movie, yeah.
I've met
Yeah.
him before.
Yeah.
I know, haven't I?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
looks
yeah.
very familiar.
Yeah, he was big, tall
Big,
Samoan
tall guy.
dude.
Black
He was in
glasses.
there, hit him. Yeah, hit him.
So you're like, I know a guy who hit Tom.
yeah, it's
Cruise.
like he punched.
Let's
But no,
like
he punched.
name dropping.
Punched Steve Coogan, British actor.
Yeah. He's
famous.
hilarious.
He's funny too.
National treasure.
National
Back where
yeah.
I'm from, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
National treasure, mate.
Yeah, 24-hour Party People, one of my favorite.
That's fantastic film,
yeah,
that. And
that's
it really
great.
is really good, yeah.
What's this next song? Is it?
It's called All Fired Up, yes.
Right. Well, we'll see you next week with Heather Nation. Thank you, everybody. Love you.
The bus. See, I'm running out of luck. Wow, this might be the first time. Don't you know I've read the sign? Sooner or later you'll be mine. Got to taste your midnight wine. Oh, let me be the first one. Just so you know, I'd like to go with your flow. I wanna make it happen. Oh, baby, be a part of me. Dive in my sea. Want to burn your letter. I'm on burning. You know I'm on keep on keeping on. Sooner or later you'll be gone. It's an opera, not just a song. It's gonna be a good time. Take you down and see the sights. Turn you on and flash your lights. I won't slow down to a higher sky. So let me be the first one. Just so you know, I'd like to go with your flow. I wanna make it happen. Oh, baby, be the part of me. Dive in my sea. Want to open your letter. Yeah. I'm on burning. I'm on Won't let you give it up. Won't let you pass the buck. See, I'm running out of luck. Wow, this might be the first time. Don't you know I've read the signs? Sooner or later you'll be mine. Got to taste your midnight wine. Let me be the one. Oh, so you know I'd like to go with your flow. I wanna make it happen. Oh, baby, be a part of me. Dive in my sea. Want to bring your letter. You know I'm on burning.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da.